Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Factorio, a rocket per patron. Turns out that this machine did need carbon, and aluminum plate production had completely stopped because I'm silly. And I had shut it off when I shouldn't have. So, that's not good. I also, between episodes, did the thing where I got rid of my inventory because, you know, it was full of junk again. So, that should get to work making some more aluminum plates. That is a electrolyzer Mark III. Another one of these would be nice. I don't think I'm requesting glass as part of the problem. Let's see. Character. Logistics slots. I think I can actually research that, but let's do something like modular roboports first. Although, hold on. I was waiting on research until I had the all the modules in place for some tech. So let's just stop research for a second. Aluminum plate production's, it's back. It's not very good. I'll pick up a little tiny bit of glass on my own then. Glass made with old-fashioned furnaces. That'll allow us to make some more of these electrolyzers. If we actually had some plastic. Which I'm also apparently not requesting at the moment. I think like aluminum plate production needs to come up quite a bit right now. Okay, so you're getting your alumina and your carbon. Why don't we move you guys down a little bit? We'll go like 1, 2. This beacon we will move over a little bit to about, say, here. And then I'm going to just shut that down, shut this down. So this is where the actual alumina is being made. We will just rip that stuff right out of there. And then adjacent to it, no, let's just do 2 machines. It's still more than what I had. I believe the aluminum plate is already... It's already being stored in a chest over here, so I don't need to have had that restriction elsewhere. Alright, so there's some more aluminum production. And now I want to go put these raw productivity 8s into science, I think. of which we only have a couple of labs, but now they're going to be massively more productive. Going from productivity 3s to productivity 8s is pretty good, I hear. And then maybe... Well, the raw speed's just going to make them faster. They're already as productive as they're going to be. So yeah, let's start doing some of the higher tier researches now. Like, we still have thermal refining. We still have advanced material processing to make the electric furnace 2s and stuff, whatever. Let's just knock stuff out. Now that we're going to be pretty damn efficient with it. 160% productivity on these Lab Mark 2s. The speed is fine. These things are pretty damn expensive, so if we can, let's make sure that those are being made well, and same thing with the yellows. Actually, the purples are far more expensive than the yellows. These things take a ton of steel. Better to have something in here than nothing. We're out of module cases. That's why I was over there looking at aluminum. Okay, water bore 3. Barely ever use those. Stack inserter capacity bonus, nah. Modular roboports 3, yeah, it's gonna knock out in no time at all. Better tiers of robots would be a good idea, I think. Before we go back to work on this, we should try to get the... our productivity 8s into these. I'm gonna put tier 3s on auto trash now, because I keep on replacing them out of machines and I don't really want them. There's modular roboports that lets us make bigger, better, more powerful roboports. Huge supply and construction area. They take titanium, even better crap. There's still one more tier, of course, which we can't research because we need battery 3, apparently, to make silver zinc batteries. Sure, let's get them battery 3 going. You know what I want? I want power armor. Armor. I want modular armor. It's about time we get some legs, I think. Also, as I mentioned, I want to do this setup right here, except for the next type. Let's just copy-paste this whole thing. Right here. And, for now, it can be what it is. I'm going to take the time to manually update all of these things from their recipes. So, we want raw speed 1. Raw speed 2. 3 goes here. 4. This would then be raw speed 5, raw speed 6. And I appear to be lacking raw speed 7s and 8s right now. There's 7s and 8s. So you were raw speed 7. Okay, so now we gotta check on the recipes here. So you're requesting speeds, you were requesting productivity. So we gotta change your thing here from the raw productivity circuit boards to the other one, the raw speed circuit boards. And we only need to request like 20. So that'll get him going again. Which makes him get going, which makes you almost get going, but you are requesting productivity logic boards instead of speed logic boards at 60. Which gets you going. You are wanting raw speed 3s, which are being made. And the module contacts, which are requested from up there. You do have 2 out of 5. How are you getting your... access to them? There's 80 in there. He doesn't have access to them. So I've either got to request him into the secondary chest. I think we'll just do that. Raw module contacts. Not raw, it's just module contact. We'll request like 40. Into the top chest and the bottom chest. So this whole thing was probably functioning on all of the backup tier 3s that I had given it. Alright, so that gets the first 4 tiers of that all working. We can throw tiers, upgraded tiers in there. You want speed logic boards, and this chest is requesting predictivity, so we'll do speed logic boards at 100. And he's also requesting the raw productivity 4s, which is wrong. He should be requesting the raw speed 4s. You were requesting them at 20. Why don't you request them at 20 as well? Okay, that's raw speed 8. Green module 6. Why not? Okay, so you are making raw speed 4s. You're making these guys. He wants speed processing boards. And his location that he's supposed to get them from is here. And instead of getting speed, we're requesting raw processing or productivity processing boards. So speed processing boards at 160. Means we can clear this chest of the productivity processing boards, reorganize. Same thing for you. You want the speed processing boards, and you want the speed processing boards. No, you're supposed to be reset. The recipe's still wrong. There we go. Okay. We're requesting the right types of diamonds and stuff. Do you want emeralds? You want diamonds? You do want emeralds? You want sapphires? Yeah, all the sapphire stuff is fine. So you are trying to output your raw speed 5s. Into this machine. He's got them, but he can't make anything because he doesn't have any speed processing boards, which is because I have only set up these ones. I need to do another one of these for the other 2 types. Just in case. If we end up needing them, I want to have all 5 types of processing boards done. So you're going to be the 2 that I don't have, which was speed processing boards and the other one was the pollution processing boards, which apparently I can't research yet. This game just never ceases to amaze me at how well it runs. There's just so much going on, and yet the game is running perfect. It blows my mind. Doesn't it? Isn't it crazy? I think it's crazy. Okay, these guys are gonna all get productivity'd up. These are wanting integrated electronics. They are not being made quickly enough. But we are making the good stuff now. Let's make sure that we get this part productivity'd. And then we can go back and start to upgrade the beacons now. Wait, am I at the limit of my auto trash slots or something? I thought that there was no limit to auto trash. Ah, that's weird. I guess it was because I was like editing a number or something. Strange. So many of these things look the exact same to me. It's hard to actually tell them apart. Okay, so more of those, more of those, more of those, more of those. Perfect. We upgrade the beacons to have the good, real good speed. Now we have 480% increased crafting speed with 300% productivity. Power is still obviously a very big concern because, yeah, reasons. But we have tier 8 productivity. And that means that things are going to be better. And next, I want to make sure to work on this. So we have gold plate, insulated water. We need the electronic processing boards online. Which, are these not them? Yeah, we do have those. So I can make this. I just need to request some. Can I get some, like, logistic requester slots? It's 2,262 bits. That's a lot of bits. But I'll just grab some. Next, I need insulated wire. And gold plate. And we should take the time, I think, to upgrade the, make something that makes beacons, and then I can just not request any of this stuff and make beacons instead. So during the day, the factory's still pretty darn productive. I want to get a couple Beacon Mark IIIs up and running. Come on, bring me gold plate. You flying swarm of bots. Bring me it. Bring me the gold plate. Where is it? It's out there. There's some. There we go. Beacon Mark III. There comes the gold. Make a bunch of these guys. And before we get distracted further by something else, let's go and set up automated beacon production. So we're going to go like just in a chain. 1, 2, 3. Done. Simple. Beacon 1s, Beacon 2s, Beacon 3s. Requester chest, requester chest. Requester chest. Feed in, feed in, feed out. Request, request, request. Final product goes here. You request what you need, request what you need, request what you need. You feed that way. No. You feed there. You can be sneaky and kind of like bend a little bit for a 45-degree angle, and we'll put you like here. We'll go productivity. You will not request actual... Well, you can request actual beacons. That's fine. I mean, this inserter is still going to be faster than a robot most of the time. And then instead of feeding into the next machine there, you're going to feed into this. And we'll put a restriction on the actual chest itself. And we'll also just say I want beacons, beacon 3s to be less than 100. I do want a lot of them. And then I'll just, instead of requesting like gold plate and insulated wire, I'm just going to request beacons. So beacon 3s, massive AoE, and most importantly, they have 100% effect transmission, and they have more slots. Holy crap. So yeah, that right there, that'd be six raw speed things. Energy consumption 480, energy consumption 480. Not only do they get 33% better at transmitting the effect, but they also have a bigger AoE, and they cost the same energy as a previous tier beacon. So under no circumstance do we ever want to use a regular beacon ever again. They're just not good, comparatively speaking. So let's knock out the final little bit of module research. I mean, strip this whole thing down, get rid of these beacons here. This is a 1.5 megawatt power drain just to have them. They are nice, but we don't need them anymore, so get the greens. And I don't think there's any other modules research. Let's just go all the way to modules and see. It does lead to combat robotics. It's requisite, but I don't think... I think this is the last thing that's actually going to use modules. Worst case scenario, I can always put it back together again. Tell you what, I'll even keep a blueprint of it, just in case. We'll say... this, copy. We will add it. Rename it. Module research. Backup. And then we will get rid of it. Goodbye. Next, we're going to take beacon 3s everywhere. They're not fast replaceable for some reason. Why are they not bringing me beacons? Why are you not making more beacons? Electronic logic boards? That's trash. That's a bad reason. I expect more from you. These are not electronic logic boards. Electronic logic boards were made here. And they need to be made better. With better machines, more modules, better modules. You're lacking simple things. Superior circuit boards, integrated electronics. Superior circuit boards should not really be a restriction. Part of the issue is that the superior circuit boards are made, but then they are put into a chest and they need to get ferried from one chest to another. So it would probably make sense to feed directly across via something like, say, this to... no, the other way around. This to this. That way we can skip the robots having to quite do all the work. And then next was the integrated electronics as a shortfall, so let's upgrade those. And power, of course. I mean, we're still able to knock stuff out pretty damn quick these days, even with low power, because that's just how powerful... I mean, look, this thing's at, like, look at the electricity usage over here. It's at, like, 10%, 15%, and yet it's just like, I don't care! Make the electronics! It's just powering through. So that's nice. I've got to solve the power situation eventually, I know. Let's get the better beacons here. And that'll get to work here. As soon as daylight comes, we'll get some actual work done. And then I go from there. So power armor Mark II. Yes. You should have better stuff. Really, all these machines should at this point try to be upgraded to productivity 8s. We should also be upgrading these guys wherever possible. Power Armor 2 is done. Power Armor 3, sure. We'll skip right over. We're gonna go from heavy armor to Power Armor Mark like 7. Gonna be great. There was a beacon in here that wasn't very good. It's a Beacon Mark 2. Let's get rid of that guy. We'll go with the Beacon Mark 3 with that, of course. God, there's so many robots everywhere now. The bots swarm is coming alive. Power Mark 3. Can we do Mark 4? Yes. Look at it going in bursts. Probably due to power. It appears to be the yellow science that's slowing us down now. Which is actually due to a lack of electronic logic boards. Power Armor 4. Straight into Power Armor 5, damn it. And where can we get the, these things made better? They are lacking transistors of all things. Well, transistors are still made on the bus, so that's part of the issue. That's just this right here. So this is actually a logistics issue. It's just that there's not enough robots to get the like the transistors where they need to be, which is stopping the machines. I could continue to create chaos with robots via just requesting more logistics. A lab research speed. Well, it seems a little bit silly at this point, doesn't it? Railway 3, sure, we need that. You know, quite frankly, at this point, what was the control for it again? Auto research. I think I just turned it off. I don't think I deleted the mod. Toggle auto research DI. Control T. Go ahead. You know what? You have some fun there, game. Just knock it all out. It's fine. We got the modules on it. I'm happy. I think we're good. You can handle it from here. Next is, I can see iron is actually a little bit low on supply, so let's go work on that area. So part of the issue is that these two are the only ones providing the iron. These ones were supposed to provide steel, but we're not using much steel. I didn't think that I'd need to set this up, but it looks like I do. So we're gonna have you as a split off as well. More iron, please. There's still 2 more tiers of belt that I can use. I haven't bothered really setting up or using yet. More productivity here. These beacons should all get upgraded. So we now have a crafting speed of 147. Plus 4,800%. And that's not even the best, the best one. We can make an electric multipurpose Mark II, which, I do know somewhere I set up electric multipurpose manufacturing. Now we need to go and take it one step further with copper tungsten plate and tungsten carbide plate. Where would I have done this, do you think? I think it was right down here, yes. This makes chemical furnaces into this, which I never did do these things on. Must be a biter attack. If we're completely out of power, it's because the lasers are firing. But the attacks have actually toned down a little bit because my pollution is coming down as I started to use the, look at all these biters out there. So here's where we have the Mark 1s. The Mark 2s require copper tungsten plate and tungsten carbide plate. So copper, tungsten. Which is just copper and powdered tungsten, which we already have right there. You're going to be the machine that makes the actual next tier. Look at how fast that guy's going. We could put productivity into him, but I think raw speed does make sense more so. We actually have too much multi-phase oil. This guy's got a crafting speed of... I don't know, it doesn't say, it just says... Plus 1,440%. That's good. That's pretty good. Alright, what are we trying to do right now? We're trying to make you are going to make the next tier of furnaces. The electric multipurpose furnace Mark IIs. And I don't think there's a step after that. Pretty sure there's not. So you're going to need access to that machine. And you're going to need access to a bunch of other stuff. That is a requester chest. So how about we do this? We bend you a little bit. We bend you from here. You can also request some of the stuff that he needs. So electronic processing boards. He also wants the tungsten carbide plate. The copper tungsten plate we were going to make adjacent to it. Which is made in one of those furnaces. We're actually out of Invar. Invar had been made down here. Not a short of actual Invar. It's what? I guess we're not requesting Invar. Huh. Well, then how was it getting made in the first place? I don't know. But it should work now. Anyway, so you needed that. You need tungsten gear wheels, which we already have here. Whatever, we'll just request them over. And you needed the tungsten pipe. The thing that you need is this copper tungsten plate. Even though we could just use that requester chest, let's give it its own. And the tungsten carbide plate. I don't know. Stuff's being delivered, so it looks like yes, we've got it. Good. Throw in the productivity. You need your output. The only thing you're lacking now is the tungsten carbide plate, which is, because it doesn't have an output. And I can't actually... What's with this, Oh, that's the power line, okay. You're lacking powdered tungsten, which is you. You are feeding directly into a machine, so we only had this as an ancillary type thing, huh? From some other production somewhere. Well, now we have the electric multipurpose furnaces Mark II. Which we should upgrade the existing furnaces to. They have room for yet another productivity slot. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, now that we have those, we can go and finally like really make the iron and steel and copper production kind of idiotic. Next is probably to go solve the power situation, either via more speed / productivity. I mean, at the very least, like I could do things like just get rid of some of this. Like this is a lot of power, right? This is that's a megawatt. That's a megawatt. Like we'd be better off just having do less. You know, that is now suddenly worth almost 2 of them, so we could cut it in half, get rid of half of these. It's fine, you know, just save some power. It's great. Done. Power savings. Huzzah. So I'm going to clean up the factory a little bit, maybe between episodes, maybe not, I'm not sure yet. And I think we start working toward launching some big old fancy pants rockets. And I want to make this nitinol stuff. So, alright, I'll see you in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. See you in a bit.